It's week 2 of the National Football League. All eyes are on Jamar Chase. He's coming off a successful week catching the ball, 143 yards. It's the Bengals and the Steelers next on EA Sports.
It's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but don't fear, we've got football to perk up our spirits as we join you from Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
Taken at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And when you come into the league as the #1 guy selected, a lot of hype comes with it. And sometimes that weight can be unbearable. But this young man, he took that weight on and handled it as well as you can imagine. And I love his ability to make a second, third reaction play and create downfield.
Here we go. 11 MT, 12.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. You look at the Steeler defense.
And they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just...
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Here we go.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. For firing in that time, it was Nick Herbig. Credit him with a sack. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now it's Burrow. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
11.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this pretty close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted.
And the Steelers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
Here we go, son.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run here with Sanders. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
3rd down and 1.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Fields. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
And we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive. On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice 1st down.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Pat Fryermuth, the intended target,
but it's going to be 2nd down.
You talk about this Bengals defense.
They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you can tell by this team, right? Anytime you can tell your offense, hey, just get us a couple of touchdowns. We got this thing locked down. That's when you know you're playing well and you're carrying your team along.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone is hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Flushed out right. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. One interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
11 MT, 12.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he's brought down. First catch for the NFL's catch leader after 1 week, and it's a first down.
Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it in double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Hey, check that.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
They'll come up facing 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Off-play action, Fields.
And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard run. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Holding, offense.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Burrow will throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, here's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They will throw on first down with Burrow. Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Burrow on play action. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown. Jamar Chase, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
First down now, but the clock continues to move. Here's Fields. And once again, this is Sanders. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be second down. Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. On first and 10, here's Fields being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down, Fields. Flush to his right. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. An explosive 38-yard pickup. This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll start up at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Brian Robinson leading the charge on the ground. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Traylon Burks
a touchdown reception. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B. Their quarterback, Joe Burrow. He's got a touchdown pass on the ledger. Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. The Steeler offense ready to get going to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys...
They've got his man complete. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 49 yards. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Miles Sanders, 35 yards. And the Steelers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense.
Previous series, definitely a focal point. 3 catches, the touchdown grab. As a DB, or former DB, is there a number of catches on a drive you're like, oh, he got the best of us?
I'm not sure there's a number, but there's a great feel. And what he did on the last drive, yeah.
Especially with a touchdown.
Yes.
You're never happy.
You're exactly right. The way he capped it off, so you feel that at the sideline, and now you're looking at your buddies and saying, okay, what are we going to do to take things away from him? Because I'm not sure the other guys can make those sort of players. So let's make sure that we don't let him get going again.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
And now they're in the hurry up.
Right at midfield. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the 50, here's Fields. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Fields. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First down, Steelers.
Now it's Fields.
Rolling to his left.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Here's what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They're looking for a lane, but none to be found for Sanders as they stop him short of the line to gain.
Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Bengals set to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Here's Logan Cook now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's taken to the 26. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play call,
that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
12. 11 Thomas. 11 MT. Tate. 11
Hands it off out of the gun.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 48-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the 4th. Play action. It's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
Oh, what a move. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Bengal 1st down, a pickup of 11. Now it's Burrow. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Nick Herbig picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Burrow looking to pass. And this this is going to be incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to put him a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that'll push the lead up to 8.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
And remember, despite giving up the field goal, this is still a one-score game. They're in need of the touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A field goal on this drive likely doesn't do them much good. That's swung out wide to Sanders.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
One play action. Fields.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Now Fields.
Sliding out of the pocket. And this one is incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get him the completion.
4th down. Fields has to have this one.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now Burrow on 1st down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
11, mighty. 11.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
12.
They'll try and run for it. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
McPherson on for the point after.
And the lead is up to 15 now. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22.
So now the Steelers down by 15. A little over 30 seconds remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Eluding the pressure right. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
Look at the big fella go.
And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Fields on 1st down.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Passing lanes, tough to come by with so many defensive backs on the field here late in the game. And it's not just the number of bodies, it's their quickness and their agility that makes it tough to complete a pass.
2nd and 10. Fields again.
Escaping the pressure right. And it's caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. But probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. So this likely just to get the final score a bit closer given the time remaining, but they'll have a go for two here. It'll buy some time right. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. And they can't connect, incomplete, but that stops the clock with one tick remaining here in this first half. And this is going to be recovered by the Bengals hands team. And they're going to hang on and win this game. Partner, a pretty solid, convincing win here in this one. We did have some excitement down to the very end, though. This game ended on a rare onside kick, but they didn't recover it.
And they were in great shape anyway, but going ahead and recovering, finishing things off, being part of that good hands team, it's an honor, but you want to make sure you do actually recover the ball.
Well, I'm just glad that it gave us a little something there at the end because this one was over beforehand.
You're right. You're exactly right. Down the stretch, last one. Yeah, that gives a little something to bounce out of here on.
So for Cincinnati...